Alright, here's a 2001 Honda Civic EX Coupe 5-speed with a cold air intake. Homemade cold air intake. Everything I got from Advanced Auto. I didn't feel like buying the really expensive one for the time being. It's because it's a lot of money and I didn't pay a lot for the car. And this will work anyway. So what I'm doing is using a flex hose inside of this rubber flange to go over the carburetor. One thing when you do this is you have to hook up the oil pressure balancer back to the intake like it was on the air box. It stopped right here. I used the garden hose to go the rest of the way because I'm not trying to make it really that pretty. And right here there is a air sensor that you have to plug back in. I don't know if you can see that right there. That has to get plugged back in. And so if there's anybody out there who wants to do this themselves instead of spending all the big money, I had to get a flange that was 2.5 inches to 3 inches because the carburetor intake was 2.5 inches and the hose was 3 inches. So I stepped it up and I just cut a hole in it with a razor blade for the oil and for the air sensor. The air sensor sits in a grommet. You take the sensor and the grommet out of the air box, poke a hole and send it in there. I made the holes small so that it would be tight. It would be a tight seal so there wouldn't be much leakage. I might put some silicone on it. I don't know yet. I'm just going to get it all together and see how it works. And so this tube is really nice because it's flexible. I can put it anywhere I want. It extends out pretty long too. I didn't know it was as long as it is. And so a nice big Spectra air filter. I did have to put an exhaust union on here because that piece of metal in there, because these two were similar in size and one wouldn't go inside of the other or around the other. And so that union came in handy. Hose clamped it on. I do have to get one more hose clamp. I didn't get enough to hold that on. But there you go. So anybody who wants to do this on their own without going, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it right. But to sneak by through the loopholes and cut a couple corners, this should work too. So, all right, there you go.